Hello and welcome to another episode of Popcorn Bucket List. It is the July 2021 episode edition, all the E words that describe what we are doing here today, and that is talking movies. With me as always, Ryan, you're sitting in that chair. You never leave the chair.
I stay here 24/7.
He's just always at the ready in that chair for me, which is great. But speaking of you, we're on you right now.
Yeah.
You present a challenge every month. No one got it again. You've been stumping them. I think you need to ease up a little bit. But before that.
This is a tough one. I will say this was a tough one. Mm-hmm. Last month's challenge, nobody got correct. So we are going to bump up the prizes, and you will have four tickets to the Marshall 6 movie theater. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 tickets. So in last week's video, I am wearing a softball shirt, my team softball shirt. The lettering that is on the shirt that says the Warner Brothers name, you need to figure out what that lettering font is. And I gave you some clues. It's from a band. 2, it's from a band that I wear their shirts on here quite often. And they're in a bunch of episodes. I've talked about them. Look at the shirt, and if you like, just look at it and just kind of Google it.
Oh, you're done?
Yep,
we're
done.
We're done. There we go. Yep. That'll be fine. So, yeah, that's the challenge. You said multiple. We're doubling down on the prizes.
Doubling down. 4 tickets.
4 tickets.
To the CEC Movie House.
In Marshall, Minnesota. And if you don't know, just guess it anyway.
Just guess.
And if you see other people guessing, guess different guesses, because you never know. You never know. You might get lucky. But let's move on to the preview portion of the show. On Thursday, July 1st, that is going to be the first movie here we're previewing for July, is No Sudden Move. This is an HBO Max exclusive. No theater release, just on HBO Max. This is a 1950s crime drama with a very star-studded cast. I'm not even going to go into who's all in this.
I was going to say heavy hitters in this.
If you don't recognize one person in this, you don't watch movies and TV, then you're probably not watching this show.
Correct.
So I don't know who I'm referring to right now. But if you're out there, maybe start watching movies.
I'm super excited for this. It's almost like a mob gangster movie, and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
All the actors look great. Ray Liotta's back.
50s was a stylish time for crime. They always got those nice hats and these jackets. It wasn't the best time for crime, but it was a stylish time.
I would wear a suit just so I could wear a hat.
Oh, yeah, just like one of those.
And if I could pull it off, I would.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
So, yeah, that's the reason. That's the one and only reason why you're not in crime.
True.
That's it.
I couldn't pull off the look.
If you could pull off that,
yeah.
You joined one day and they're like, sorry, man, you can't pull off the hit.
That was done.
Sonny will show you out.
Yep.
But that first Friday, July 2nd, this is probably one of the big weekends here. A lot coming out. First and foremost, we'll talk about The Boss Baby Family Business. This is coming to theaters as well as Peacock, side-by-side release. This is the sequel to The Boss Baby, which includes the voice acting talent of Alec Baldwin. I'm not really sure how to describe this movie. I typed it out about 3 different times in ways.
Boss Baby.
If you've seen the first one, the baby is a business baby, and they have like a space station. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and they do business for babies.
Yeah,
and they wear suits.
And then, but in this one, they're like the baby and the brother are like adults.
Yep. And
they're like drifting apart. And it turns out the one adult's baby is also one of these babies that's in this corporation, and gives them both a formula that brings them back kids,
back to babies,
back to kid. Yeah, and so yeah, there we go.
That's about it.
Yeah,
I hope my daughter, when she's born, she will be a boss baby. It'd be pretty.
I wonder
cool.
how you get into that club. Do you have to apply, or do they just kind of choose
I don't know.
it?
I'll let you know in like 3 months.
Yeah, let me know.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Also coming out that same weekend, almost the polar opposite type of genre and tone, The Forever Purge.
Yep.
We go from babies to mass murder. I did not segue these right. Probably could have looked at this a little bit closer and figured out a better way to order these. But this is actually the 5th Purge movie. I lost count. I thought this was the 4th one. This is the 5th one now. They just keep up in the ante with these movies.
They do.
But basically, after the annual purge ends, life at first seems to go back to normal business day as usual, cleaning off the blood off the storefronts. That's literally in the trailer.
Yep.
But it turns out now a revolution of some sort is now carrying out because people think purge isn't long enough. We got to get rid of some of these rich folks who shelter in place this whole time. They're the real problem.
That's right.
So now this rancher and his workers have to find safety and get out of the forever purge.
Yep. It's kind of interesting just as such a simple concept of 1 5-hour window, all crime is legal, you can do whatever you want. And they've turned that basic structure into 5 movies.
Yeah.
And they've had some decent actors in them and made a good amount of money. So it's kind of surprising, but it's pretty cool.
You bring up a good point. If you look back at that first one, that was a contained, all within like one household movie.
Yeah, they
kept it like right in there the whole time.
And now it's each movie. It's a different angle.
Now we've grown to a cross country road trip.
Yep,
basically.
Yeah,
is what this is with explosions and death traps.
Yeah, it's almost like Purge meets Mad Max. Let's go.
Mad Max is basically just Purge 20, though, if you think about it.
True.
Also coming out in that same weekend, this is an Amazon Prime release, The Tomorrow War. An alien invasion has happened about 30 years into the future, and humans have built time travel to go back in time and recruit more soldiers to fight in this war. It stars Chris Pratt, and he's doing his Chris Pratt things. It's basically Star-Lord. He's just quipping, not taking anything seriously, shooting things up. It seems like a fun premise, but as I'm watching this trailer, I'm sure they'll reveal more, but kind of feels like they don't know how time travel works.
Like, do you know how it works?
I'm just saying, like, if you have a time machine and an alien invasion has occurred, why not just go back to shortly before the alien invasion and like warn them? Instead, they're like, no, let's get humans from the past and pull them out of existence because that won't affect the future at all. And make them fight.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if it's just these guys in the present just got lazy and like, we don't want to deal with this. Just grab people from the past. Finally, also coming out July 2nd is Fear Street Part 1, 1994. This is coming out on Netflix. This is based on an R.L. Stine book. Looks to have pretty much all the horror movie goodness you expect.
Yep.
Especially
from R.L. Stine.
I have to assume watching this trailer they bumped up the goriness and creepiness a little bit, but still, those are all Stein books are messed up, man.
Yeah, yes,
those,
they are.
Those were in my elementary school library.
Well, and see, like I don't know if these were actually like Goosebumps books or if they were just like his separate books, because I'm sure he's got to have some more adult material than just kid stuff.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. And then this is probably the most anticipated of the summer, coming out here Friday, July 9th, Black Widow. Coming out in theaters and Disney+. Mm-hmm. That seems to be, at least for the time being, how most MCU movies are going to be coming out now. And this is a prequel story, and it's set, for those of you who know your MCU timeline back and forth, this is set in between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. Mm-hmm. So right in that little bubble there where she was kind of on the run with Cap, but for as far as we know, Cap's not showing up in this one. So
as far as we know.
As far as we know. Also coming out that same Friday is, what's Fear Street Part 2? This one, 1978. What? Part 2?
Interesting.
Right away? And this one's in 1978.
It's almost like it's going back in time.
What? We got one movie sending things in forward in time and one going back. I don't know, man. Wednesday, July 14th will be another Netflix release, Gunpowder Milkshake. This is an action movie starring Karen Gillan. I think I'm pronouncing that right. who, for those of you probably know but don't recognize, she plays Nebula in the MCU movies.
Yep.
So no blue face. We
Just
actually get to see
face.
her. Yeah, just regular face. And kind of looks like John Wick and like the Transporter movies, but with like a lot more humor.
Yeah. And it's all women mostly.
Yeah, it's a female centric cast.
Yep. You also missed Leni Headey, I think that her name is.
Yep.
From Game of Thrones. She plays the mom, and she's a little out there, and it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, this one does actually
I think she has an accent. I don't know.
Yeah, a little accent. Probably not as eccentric as you were putting it, but...
you mean spot on?
Nope. But yeah, this one does look pretty fun.
It does. It looks funny. I'm pretty excited. It'll be good.
Yeah. Coming out for the next week, Friday, July 16th, Escape Room Tournament of Champions. We've noticed there's a lot of sequels coming out this month, and this is one of them. I remember you had seen the first Escape Room. So this one looks like it kind of takes place right where the last one kind of leaves off.
Yeah, soon after.
Yeah, you have the two survivors, I believe. They're kind of recovering from what they just experienced, this deadly escape room. Some of their friends were killed, and they're like, we got to find out who did this. We got to hold them like accountable. Yep. Only to find out, they get trapped in another one.
We're in another one. We need to escape.
Here we go again and again, sort of thing. So yeah, they basically have to try and be forced to survive this way more advanced escape room.
Yep.
Everything's been ramped up, the stakes and everything, all while trying to solve this mystery. Who's kidnapping them each of these times?
Yep.
They really need to.
I think they know who it is because they kind of uncover them at the end.
They just got to figure out where they're at.
Where they're at, how they are, all that stuff.
Also coming out that same weekend is Space Jam: A New Legacy. This is a theaters and HBO Max movie as well. It is the sequel to the 90s hit Space Jam, but this time it's with LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That was exactly what I was thinking of when I typed that. I was like, do I put that in? Do I make that reference?
Yeah.
And he picked it up right there. But yeah, the cartoon favorites are back. You got all the Looney Tunes gang coming back, playing another round of basketball.
Is Bugs going to be there?
Bugs is going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
Daffy Duck?
Daffy's there. Yeah.
What about Pepe Le Pew?
Probably. I don't know.
No, he got cut.
Yeah, that's right.
Pepe got cut.
I'm thinking that's going to be like the secret cameo or something like that. They're going to like surprise him like, haha, he's still here.
Chasing that
it'll be like
cat around.
No, it'll be like they forgot to cut him or whatever. They'll release it and then like everyone will watch it and be like, oh, you left. We need the non-Pepe Le Pew cut.
Yeah.
We need the non-Pepe cut.
Yeah. What I'm curious to know is, I know there was some controversy earlier about the Droogs from Clockwork Orange were in the background. And some of the other... Yeah, right there. They're right there.
I didn't even plan that.
That's awesome.
I hung that up without him even being in here.
Yeah.
I didn't even plan.
Spot on.
You know, I joked earlier. Something that will be cut. You won't see, but I'll be like, you ruined my joke. I just thought you would know it without knowing it. And then after that, 2 in a row, jokes, not even no discussion. Yeah. Anyways, continue, sir.
Because they were in that trailer that popped up in the background of like maybe the final game or a game, and there was other people from like pop culture, and they got like people were kind of like, what are they doing in there? So I don't know if they're going to be in it or not.
What? Why can't the Clockwork? They can't just watch a basketball game? They can't just sit and watch a game?
I'm all for it.
I don't care if I'm on the run. If Bugs Bunny, LeBron James, and Daffy are versus like robots, like the Iron Giant in a basketball game, I don't care if I'm on the FBI's top 1 most wanted. If I get a ticket to that,
you're going.
It's worth it.
You're going, and
they'll arrest me and be like, you could put me in the chair. I've seen it all.
Yep, just let me finish the game.
No, it's only the 3rd quarter.
It'll be interesting. I am excited to see it. Yeah.
And then finally, also coming out that same weekend is, what's this? Fear Street Part 3, and this one's in 1666.
Wait, what?
Ryan looked shocked with me like we hadn't discussed this before the show.
Is that 3 movies in 3 weeks?
What?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Do you think they're all going to be linked together somehow?
I think there's a chance.
Well, because
in fact, I know there's a chance because we saw the trailer.
Yeah, it's part 1,
yes,
and then part 2, and then part 3.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm all jokes aside.
Sure, yeah.
I'm super excited for this.
This actually, the reason why we're kind of hyping this up is because when I was looking more and more into this, I am really curious to see how this plays out. Because these are 3 movies all coming out week to week.
Yeah.
And this is something I feel like has been joked about before, is the idea of, everyone talks about the MCU. It's basically just TV shows with movies or whatever, your weekly MCU update. And nowadays with Disney Plus TV shows, that's getting more and more accurate. It's essentially short films week by week. So we're almost seeing more and more of this. It was going to happen to this eventually. Feature films, 3 weeks in a row, all connected. Here's the gamble. If that first one is good and word gets out, then that is 3 consecutive weeks of you get people coming back.
Yep.
But if that first one doesn't work, those next 2 weeks.
Ouch.
Plus, let's say, worst case scenario, the first one comes out and people are like, well, I already don't like the story. Yeah. Now you can't adjust. Yeah. It's done. You can't fix anything.
Yeah.
You can't
you're completely, all 3 of your movies are done. They are fine-tuned.
Your bed is made.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out.
Yep. And 2 things there. I'm excited to see almost I think that was one of the only, I shouldn't say it like that, a positive that comes from streaming, unlike traditional TV or movie theaters, is streaming kind of gives you that option of, hey, I can put 3 movies in a 3-week window. Whereas trying to put 3 movies in a theater 3-week window, that's unheard of.
It's harder.
It's harder to do. Same thing on TV. You can't put 3 movies. Well, I mean, you could, but it's just different. But on a streaming service, that's much more feasible. Or if, let's say, in the future, Quentin Tarantino, he's talked about once he gets done with his 10 films, he might make a 6-hour-long mini series for YouTube, for TV. But why not just go do something for Netflix and make it a 3-part series there, and you can release it all at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I brought up. But like you're getting to your point where if it bombs, it might be left in the heights if it doesn't do so hot.
That wasn't even a good.
It was in my head, and it sounded a lot better about 5 minutes ago.
That was the most forced play on words I have ever seen in my entire life. Most forced. God. Friday, July 23rd is the next weekend, and in that weekend, one of the movies coming out is Old. M. Night is back with another film. He's not come back since the completion of the Unbreakable trilogy. Before that, it was long. It was bad. It was a bad stretch. So let's see if he's back with some good material, maybe.
Yeah.
But here we have the movie Old is about basically a couple of families have been on vacation, and they're on their own vacations or whatever. They don't know each other, and they all seem to have found this remote beach. It's a beautiful location, fun time. Something's very wrong with this beach. In a blink of an eye, all of a sudden, a couple of the young kids, they're now adults, and they're finding skeletons of
people.
Yeah, people. And they're decomposed, and it looks like they've been here for years, but you age differently here. What's happening? Right. What's the mystery? Also coming out that same weekend is Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. As the title suggests, it is going to show a little bit of the origins of the G.I. Joes, and specifically one of their more popular characters, Snake Eyes. This actually reminds me of, there was a point in time when the X-Men series was kind of hitting its height of popularity in the mid-2000s, the X-Men movies, and they were like, we're going to do more origin story specific movies and some of our more popular characters, and they started with Wolverine.
Yep.
They were saying oh yeah, we're going to do X-Men Origins Cyclops and X-Men Origins Gambit, which they're still trying to get off the ground, by the way,
yep.
20 years later. But X-Men Origins Wolverine did so bad, all those projects were just canceled. They're like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. Yeah. Hopefully this goes better. I can only hope, because it looks like there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of ninjas, a lot of sword fighting.
It's going to be sweet.
I like some good sword fighting.
Just the action from the trailer looked good.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, last one that weekend is The Last Letter from Your Lover. This is a Netflix movie based on a book. The movie shows two present-day characters. It's not really said where they work, but they like have access to old-timey letters and mail. Maybe it's like the post office, and they're like archiving or something like that.
Yeah, like a big post office or maybe like some sort of publisher.
But basically, they find these letters that were exchanged from this young couple from like the 1960s, and they're kind of like unlocking their story and everything.
It was an affair.
Was it an affair?
It was an affair.
Oh, was it an affair?
Yes.
Wait, was that a love triangle between the two?
Well, no, it was these two.
Yeah.
But then this guy over here, and the girl wanted to go with this guy.
But she was already married to the other guy?
To this guy.
Oh, I missed that entirely.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. I'm gonna be completely honest. I saw Shailene Woodley was in this, and I was watching and thinking, how many Aaron Rodgers jokes can I make from this?
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Bailey, shout out to you if you're watching this. I was watching it, and I thought,
how many jokes can we make here?
Yeah, I was like, I got to text Bailey.
Finally, last one to talk about here, Friday, July 30th, Jungle Cruise. This is another theaters and Disney Plus side by side. Hey, little PSA here for this movie. If you're like me and you cannot wait for the next Indiana Jones 5 movie to come out, this will be a good appetizer right here. Why? It's got jungles. It's got a lot of danger. It's got people in hats, all kinds of hats, professors in hats, workers in hats. They all got these cool hats. They're looking for treasure. And it's even got a cartoonishly evil German bad guy.
I was going to say, yep.
That was the moment for me. That was the moment for me. I was like, wait, is this just Indiana Jones all over again?
When he gets out of the submarine.
Jesse Plemons, poof, and shoots a torpedo at him.
That's funny.
I'm going to be honest. I had no interest for this movie at all. But Jesse Plemons is a cartoonishly evil German guy.
Now, it'll be interesting.
Looks like he's going to have some fun.
And it'll be interesting. Emily Blunt's character, I liked her in Edge of Tomorrow, and I like her as the action. You know, like I like that. And this character could either be played like Laura Croft Tomb Raider, or she could be.
I can hear the people typing in the background how you mispronounce that name.
Is it Laura Croft?
I don't even know. I've mispronounced it every time, but I just know when I say it in front of certain people, they get pissed.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can hear them. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. So yeah, those are the movies coming out this July. Just to give you a quick Marshall 6 update. Theater still runs strong. Been going there a lot more now. They've been opening up all week.
Yep.
We've got more show times, more opportunities to see stuff. So I've been able to catch up on a lot. These last few weeks, they're still hiring. So if you are interested, what's not to like? We're just going to leave it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're interested, go to Isaac at the movie theater. Either just call him, go visit him, like him or go talk to him on Facebook. Great job. It's a lot of fun. Get a lot of, and the best thing ever is you get free movies as a perk. So if you're a movie person, check it out. It's a great time. Yeah.
With that, let's move on to the box office battle 2021. Now, full disclosure, we're filming this on the Friday that Fast 9 premieres, so we actually don't know the numbers of Fast 9. That being said, In the Heights did not do very well. In fact, it underperformed what we thought it was going to do. So how confident are we that Ryan's going to win this round without us even having to see the scores? Confident enough that we're filming this before we even know that he's won.
Mm-hmm.
If something changes, you won't know because we'll just record a new thing.
And honestly, it's 2:00 in the afternoon, 2:30. Fast 9 has probably already made as much money than The Heights did the entire weekend.
$11 million is not something you can make up in a few hours.
For family? Yeah, it is.
Okay, fine, whatever. So you get the point this round. Congratulations. You got the coin added you in your favor, and you got the one that was going to be the biggest hit in the summer.
I win.
All right. So since you won, that means I get to call it, or does that mean you get to call it? I forget.
I'll let you call it.
All right. Here's for all the marbles. Oh, I gotta call it. Heads. I got it. Heads. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. The pick I'm gonna pick. I don't think you would have picked.
Okay.
Actually, because here's the thing.
Cruise. Jungle Cruise.
No.
Okay.
No. Here's what I'm picking.
Okay.
Space Jam 2. Here's why. I think this has got LeBron James. People have been asking for it for years. It's a cartoon, so you bring the kids.
Yeah.
And yes, it has the HBO side-by-side release. However, I don't think as many people are subscribed to HBO as they are Disney Plus, Netflix, any of those others. So I think less people will go to the streaming, more people go to the theater. That's my justification.
Right. Okay.
And your pick?
Yeah, my pick for July 2021. Black Widow.
Shocker.
Scarlett Johansson. I have faith in you. Carry me. Carry me.
So there we go. I have picked Space Jam 2. You have picked Black Widow.
The winner, Black Widow.
I need my upset, and I think LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
He's kind of
For every one of you who shared that GIF or meme or whatever out there, you better go see this movie in the theaters. Yep. Otherwise, you're all hypocrites.
Anybody that has any ties or has seen any of the MCU movies, please go watch Black Widow at your local theater. Also, you know what? Bring a date. Bring a friend. You know what? Might as well bring your whole family. It's going to be a nice family movie.
You know what? Everyone bring your family reunions to Space Jam 2, and then bring a few kids on the street that you don't even know. Bring them in, too. Yeah. I think am I willing to advocate for child kidnapping to win this against you?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I think I am.
Yeah. Well, you're not the one doing it, so.
That's true. And with that, that's going to do it for us here on this episode of Popcorn Bucket List. Again, please check out the Marshall 6 Theater for updates. Check it out and see if you'd be interested in working for them. They are hiring. Check out their show times on their website, all that stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube, comment down below an answer to Ryan's challenge. You get 4 movie tickets. Use all of them. If you message me, I'll tell you the answer as long as you promise to use all 4 of those for Space Jam 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that? How about that?
I don't need cheap tricks and bribery to win.
I'm here to I play for keeps. Right. I play for keeps.
So Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
We can do it together.
LeBron James, bring all your millionaire buddies to the premiere. Just saying. For myself and Ryan Meyerberg, we'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the movie.